Gary, we could finally hear ourselves now that the music stopped, but the party will continue going tonight as Dunfermline Athletic are Reserve Cup champions. Just your thoughts on the game, please.
Absolutely delighted, first and foremost. I thought we were in control of the game for large spells, first half especially. Bit of a strange team talk in the sense that I almost just wanted them to keep doing what they were doing. I thought the response after going 1-0 down, I think it was maybe 2.5-3 minutes, outstanding. That was one thing that I'd spoke about in terms of their character. So really happy with that. And then, you know, second half, I just asked the guys just if we can move the ball a wee bit quicker. The pitch is sticky. They were sitting in a kind of medium to low block, so can we just move the ball a wee bit quicker and the gaps will open, and the second goal was terrific. So overall delighted, thoroughly deserved winners, and I am just absolutely delighted for the group.
As you mentioned there, we seemed to dominate large spells of that first half, and Livingston seemed to score with really their first attack, and it might have been easy for this group to maybe go into their shell and maybe try and force things, but they just kept on being patient, kept playing the football that you've been wanting them to play, and we got our rewards, as you said, so quickly. How impressed and proud are you that they just continued to do what you've been asking them to do and not make any silly decisions?
No, I think you say it there, Jordan. It's proud. You know, it's everything about the Reserve Cup and the Reserve League this year, and the games that we've taken anyway, have been just about learning and progressing. And it's a learning curve. You've got to learn to break a team down. We've had games where we've not had an awful lot of the ball, so you've got to learn to break them down. You've got to learn to then dig in. So no, all those words that you've said and adjectives, brilliant. And like I say, it was something that we'd spoke about before the game, was if adversity comes and we just remain calm and do what we've asked them to do. So for that aspect, I thought they were excellent.
In the second half, it seemed a bit more of a battle, despite us still seeming to control a lot of the ball and a lot of the play. Did that aspect of the game also please you, just kind of what you touched on there in terms of just grinding out a victory, finding a way to get the ball over the line and make sure that we lifted that trophy?
I think absolutely. I think you could tell when the game developed it was going to be tight and it was going to be cagey at times, so you've got to expect that. But no, the learning curve, you know, the last sort of 10-15 minutes, are we getting up the pitch as much? Are we maybe keeping a hold of the ball as much? Maybe not, but we're learning to dig in and be resolute and be compact and difficult to break down ourselves. So no, for that aspect, again, like I say, delighted with the group.
When I spoke to you pre-match, I said to you about last year's experience and how going one step further this year would maybe show a bit of progression and development within the group. Do you feel that lifting this trophy has just shown you the progress and development that they have made, and what positive future lies in wait for Dunfermline?
100%. I think whether we'd won tonight or not, I'm convinced of the talent that we've got in that group. So the trophy, the winning the final just kind of vindicates that maybe externally, but I would have been confident in that regardless. But it was definitely something we spoke about before the game in terms of trying to harness the hurt and the almost humiliation at getting beat 7-0, albeit by an experienced team. But and then the guys using that and showing how much they've developed and come on in the year. So no, all of that, and it was definitely motivation leading into the game for sure.
And a great turnout from the supporters tonight, and they were just as delighted to see the Reserve Cup trophy being lifted. How much do you feel that bond can continue between the supporters and the club after seeing such a positive performance and result tonight?
No, absolutely. Like I said pre-match, I know that there's a hunger and a desire from the support to see young players come through. It helps that the final this year is maybe only 20 minutes down the road, but the crowd was fantastic. You know, even when we went 1-0 down, they were still with us and still urging the guys on. So it gives the boys a massive boost, and it certainly played their part in the win.